So here at Behaving Acres, about a month and a half ago, I posted a little clip on the channel where we brought in some more chickens. Those aren't these ones, but over the next few weeks, I'll be working on a video as we slowly introduce our Americanas and our Prairie Bluebells into the main flock with our Easter eggers, sapphire gems, and our little hybrids that we have. And a couple things I wanted to talk about today was, as you can see, these guys are quite a bit smaller than the other ones. And sapphire gems can be a little aggressive, especially towards new hens. If you see the two black ones over there, the closer tan one, and what looks like a lighter collared gem over here, those are all hybrids. And I brought those over, got those guys in here about 5 months ago is when they were introduced over here, and they were about half the size they are now. And it was about a week before the other girls start letting them feed with them, and without going and chasing them out of a scratch pile, or when we throw vegetable scraps or anything for them. So we're going to do this nice and slow. These little guys here will stay in this cage inside and outside the coop for about 3 or 4 days. Hopefully the chickens, will get used to them. And we'll see what happens from there. Like I said, this is going to take a couple weeks because there's 5 in here. We have 5 more Americanas in the house, plus 4 Prairie Bluebells. So it's going to take a couple weeks to get this done. And we recently extended our chicken run here. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a pretty good size run in total, to hold our 27 hens and 2 roosters that we have at this location. I own some property next door that owns another coop, and where I have another coop, and it has 20 hens and 3 roosters. And we'll see you when the video's done. So as you can see here, day 4, the first batch of Americanas we got out here are finally out of their cage. The last batch of the Americanas are out here with them inside the cage. The first batch are doing pretty good. As you can see, they're out here dusting themselves. And so far we haven't had any trouble with any of the other hens or anything being, little bullies. But there's our main rooster, Fuzzy. He's probably about the best rooster anybody could ever ask for. And we'll keep it updated. We'll be out here again probably in a few days, when we get these guys out of the cage and let them run free. I'll see you then. So as you can see, we're here on day 7, and all 10 of the Americanas are out and about. They're doing really well. I haven't had any issues with the other hens being mean to them or anything. I have had issues with the bigger girls eating their food because they're all fat, greedy, and they eat. These girls will eat just about anything they can. Well, hello, Soot. But they're doing really good. Couple things I wanted to touch on here. I'm going to go in the coop here and look. This is my 3rd year owning chickens, and I'm always learning stuff about them. So here you can see I still got their little cage up, so they got some place to hide from the bigger girls, plus their feeders in there. So they got a little place to go. I'm going to leave this in here for probably another 4 or 5 days, maybe a little bit longer, until I'm ready to introduce the Prairie Bluebells to the rest of the girls out here. So as you can see, this here is Miss Sandy. And this is what I want to touch on right here. Miss Sandy is currently brooding, and she hasn't laid in about a week. She's busy trying to be mama and hatch an egg she's got underneath there. So in about a week or so, well, no, in about 2 weeks actually, I think she'll be about done doing that. And if you look over here, you see two tannish ones that look a lot alike. So the one on your left, that's thing 2. She's currently molting. So she hasn't laid about 5 or 6 days either. And that's her daughter, Kara, over there. My son decided to name that one Caramel, so I just call her Kara for short. So, I mean, if anybody who's new at keeping chickens, you know, and, you know, springtime or whatever comes around, you notice your chickens stop laying, don't freak out. Don't just instantly assume it's something terrible. You know, they go through cycles like this all the time. When they molt, they won't lay. When they're brooding, they won't lay. If it's an environmental thing, you know, where it's affecting 1 or 2 chickens to not lay, it will affect other ones. You can see the gems here, they're just kind of doing their thing. But they, if it's an environmental thing, you'll pick up on it. So, I mean, our chickens, they eat really, really well. They always get fresh veggies. They get mealworms and stuff here and there. They get a good organic feed. And this is their run that we recently extended. Again, here's the little ones that we just introduced to the flock. And they're off kind of just doing their own little thing. And probably it for the chickens. I don't know if I'll do another video when we introduce the bluebells. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when that comes along. Those are kind of my little go-to prize chickens. There's one of my roosters, Marble. He's our little beta male. He tries to be big cock of the walk, but he just, compared to Fuzzy, he ain't too much of anything. So, alright guys, until next time, this is Nate here at Behaving Acres, wishing everyone a good evening, and I'll see you later.